Well, the Mariners and the Detroit Tigers, with the roof having been peeled back as we get set for this one tonight. Second trip into Seattle for the Detroit Tigers, and Mariners will visit Detroit later on in the year. Let's quickly look at the Tiger lineup, which will be missing maybe their biggest bat, Miguel Cabrera, because he's back is at home. His wife is having a baby.
Thank you, Dave. It'll be Austin Jackson into Santiago, Damon, Ordonez, Bosch, Inge, Kelly, Avila, and Worth.
And here we go as Austin Jackson takes one down low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Certainly one of the top contenders. We're only a quarter of the way through the season, a little bit more than a quarter of the way through the season for Rookie of the Year in the league as he takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. He was hit in Los Angeles by Ramon Troncoso in the batting helmet, and that delivery is a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the batting helmet came down on his right eye, and his eye was swollen. There was some concern about him being able to even be playing tonight, but here he is. And that's strike 3 called on the outside corner. Quite a start for Doug Fister.
Let's take a look at the Home Depot doing more on defense behind Fister tonight. In the outfield will be Michael Saunders getting the start in left field, and his Gutierrez and Ichiro. Across the infield, Lopez, Wilson, Biggins, and Kochman. And Josh Bard will do the catching tonight.
And here's Ramon Santiago sending the ground ball toward the hole and knocked down, and that's all by Josh Wilson. That will be an infield hit for the ex-Mariner, Ramon Santiago.
Looked like he cued it off the end of the bat. Ball wasn't hit hard. Wilson comes over, soft little ground ball. Even if he comes up with it, Santiago runs well. He would not have had to play it first.
Johnny Damon, the designated hitter. And a towering pop-up. Josh Bard throws that helmet away and makes the easy catch. Looks like in the early going, the first 3 guys have an idea about swinging at the first pitch.
Oh, yeah, Santiago hit the first pitch out to shortstop, and then that was the first pitch fastball to Damon. Reports getting around Fister now. They know that he throws strikes. He's going to be around the plate. Try to get to him early before he starts working the edges of the plate. So we'll see how Doug adjusts to that.
And here's Maglio Ordonez, the right fielder. Down low and outside to him. Ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Ordonez, the only Tiger to win a batting championship in the last 48 years in a Tiger uniform. Did that 2007.
Well, he's been on a tear lately. His batting average up to 316 now. 6 home runs, 30 RBIs.
Fister living right on that outside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Play over there by Casey Kochman. Keep that ball from going down the right field line. Santiago again will draw the throw over there. Our U.S. Marine Corps note on Doug Fister: a home run allowed in 55 innings. 56 total fly balls. That's into the hole for a base hit. So Ordonez will move Santiago on down to second base, and the Tigers with a 2-out threat now with runners at first and second. And a young man who likes to let it fly. This young man's name is Brendan Bosch. He's out of Cal Berkeley, and he can hit a long ball. He's hit 4 home runs. He's hitting .340 since being called up, and he loves to swing at the first pitch.
He is somebody that everybody has been talking about, so we're going to get a chance to see him play for a couple of days here. I did see him have a couple of bats down in Los Angeles, and he will turn it loose.
And first pitch swinging. True to form. And out there. An easy play for Michael Saunders to retire the side. Couple of hits, couple left. We are underway. Delighted that you're part of our baseball party here tonight. Tigers don't score, and the Mariners are coming up. Despite 2 base hits, let's look at the Mariner list, Michael.
Thank you, Dave. For Don Wakamatsu tonight, it'll be Ichiro, Figgins, and Gutierrez. Bradley moves up to hit 4th. Lopez, Kochman, Bard, Wilson, and Michael Saunders getting a start. He's back in the lineup. He will hit 9th. And for Verlander, he's been on a pretty nice run lately. Take a look at opponent's average, 208. 51 strikeouts for Verlander. The defense behind the box, Jackson and Ordonez in the outfield. Across the infield will be Inge, Santiago, Worth, and Kelly over at first. And the middle will be behind the plate.
After the Mariners' 15-run explosion on Friday night against San Diego, they have scored 2 runs in their last 21 innings. So they are again hunting for that spark that will get them some crooked numbers as Ichiro takes a little bit low and outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. And a .424 hitter against Justin Verlander. .14 for 33 with a home run. Hard ground ball, snared at first. Don Kelly takes it to the bag. And here comes Figgy. Figgy's hitting. And when you see what's wrong with the Mariners offense, all you have to do is look at their lifetime batting average and see what they're hitting now. And the answer is right there in black and white. I mean, it's just the fact that right now they are due to explode. For example, Figgy's hitting 100 points below his career batting average.
Well, you're right. The thing about it, Dave, is early, if you had 1 or 2 guys in that situation, you can get by. Because most clubs have a couple of guys that are going to get off the slow starts. But when you have a number of them in the lineup that the Mariners do, it makes it difficult transition for the rest of the guys trying to score runs. Because Lopez is there, Kochman is there. You know, now they have Josh Wilson playing instead of Jack Wilson. Saunders is out and left. They have a number of guys that are off to slow starts this year.
1-2. Verlander led the league in home runs in strikeouts last year, and he's not even in the top 10 this year yet, but he will be. And a breaking ball. Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Verlander is a pitcher that, although at times he'll be in the upper 90s with his fastball, has the ability to throw his breaking ball for strikes, has a good changeup, and mix it up along with an above average fastball.
Fastball challenged him. He has strikeout number 1.
After a couple of off-speed pitches, he comes back with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball up around the hands of Figgins, and he can't get on top of it. Somebody that throws as hard as Verlander, you really have to get the ball down. With 2 strikes, Figgy trying to protect and couldn't get a piece of it.
Franklin Gutierrez hitting .277. Little 94-mile-an-hour piece of cheese right on the black on the outside corner. And another one that's ripped into the hole. It was also 94 miles an hour. Got more of the plate, however, that time. Milton Bradley moved into the cleanup spot, the number 4 hole, and here he is for his first at bat. Bradley 3 for 8 against Verlander. Nice gap out there between Austin Jackson and Matthew Ordonez out in left center and right field. And that's belted deep to right field. That baby's going to fly away. Milton Bradley, first ball swinging, has his 3rd home run. And the Mariners have a 2-0 lead. As Milton Bradley connects on the first pitch to him. That'll do his psyche good.
And I love it, Davey. Milton over watching Verlander throw everybody first pitch fastballs, and this is a 94-mile-an-hour fastball right in the middle of the plate. And with Gutierrez running, Milton hits a line drive into the seats in right field. Give the Mariners an early lead. Well, smart hitting by Milton Bradley to jump on the fastball before Verlander can start working on him.
Jose Lopez with the count 1-0 on him. And that's foul. It's only the 4th home run that Verlander has given up. First home run since the 13th of April against the A's for Milton Bradley in over a month. And that pitch is hit into deep left center field on the run to close the gap out there as Austin Jackson, the good-looking rookie, to make the catch to retire the side. However, Milton Bradley goes deep. A 2-1. A rough go offensively so far this year. Looks at a strike from Doug Fister, only hitting .217. Off-speed breaking ball.
See, Brandon has struggled against the Mariners so far this year, 0 for 8. Last year he was off to a fast start, hit a bunch of home runs early in the season.
Two and two.
Last pitch looked like a pretty good one, right at the bottom of the strike zone.
Right off the end of the bat. And Figgy will take care of that. Detroit's a different ball club on the road than they are at home. They're a couple of games under 500 on the road at 11-13. And 14-6 at Comerica Park. It's a good home ball club.
It is, and they look a lot different without having their big cleanup hitter in the middle of the lineup, Miguel Cabrera, who's not going to be playing in this series. But he's off to a good start, and so the Tigers will miss him over the next couple of days.
And this is the guy taking his spot here. Left-handed batting Don Kelly at first base, taking outside ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Marty Foster is the man calling balls and strikes tonight. Fister, 26 years of age, from Merced, California. Still makes his home in Merced during the offseason.
You ever been out to Merced, California?
No, I don't think I have.
I have, yes. Actually, when I was playing for the A's, I used to go out there. I had some friends go out there and play some golf every now and then. Nice area.
An Oakland suburb?
Yeah, it's out there a little ways from Oakland. But I wouldn't know if I would call it a suburb of Oakland, but it's out there. Nice area.
Everybody done with interleague play for a while. Mariners will jump back into interleague play in a couple of weeks. Off of Casey Kotzman, a diving try out there into right field. That will be a base hit.
Oh, a slow breaking ball to Kelly. Pulls it over into the hole. Casey trying to do everything he can to keep it in the infield. And it goes right off the end of his glove.
.223 consecutive errorless games for Kotzman. One and on Alex Avila. His dad is the assistant GM of the Detroit Tigers, and it's shot at 2, but it goes right off Wilson into shallow left field, and here comes Kelly to third base. Wow. And they're going to call it a base hit.
The ball is hit hard. It's going to come up on Josh. It looked like he had it, and it just handcuffed him out at shortstop. Like he had his glove turned the wrong way as the ball bounced off of his glove and ends up in the left field. So now the Tigers with a first and third situation when it looked like it was going to be a double play and get Fister off the field.
You score that a base hit?
Probably not.
Absolutely not. I know they did. So runners at first and third, and here's Danny Worth. Danny Worth has played a great second base for the Tigers, and he's only here probably until Carlos Guillen comes back from the DL. Ian got hamstring problems again. And the count 2 balls and no strikes. Understand that Ian had a base hit off Steven Strasburg.
Yes, I heard that too in his rehab assignment. Worth off to a nice start. Just 17 at bats, but he's hitting .412, 7 for 17. He's driven in a couple.
Strike on the outside corner. Another Southern California kid who played his college baseball at Pepperdine. Now they have reversed their decision, and they have given Josh Wilson an error. And a ground ball fair down the right field line on a hit and run. So Kelly's going to score, and Avila will make it over to third base. And just like that, the Tigers quickly get one back, and then they have the tying run at third base with only one down.
Nice piece of hitting by Worth. You'll see, there he goes. He takes off and hits it right by Casey Kochman. So back-to-back first to third situations for the Tigers as they score a run.
And Austin Jackson now, the leadoff man up there.
I'll be interested to watch this at bat and see what he does. His first at bat, he never swung. He just took the pitches, and as David mentioned at the top of it, he was hit in the head on Sunday in L.A. Nasty looking situation for him, and sometimes it takes a few days before you get comfortable in the batter's box again. You can see from his season average at .335, he's off to a terrific start for the young rookie, but he hasn't swung the bat yet.
And hit off the glove of Lopez into shallow left field. That's going to score the tying run, and down to second base with a double goes Austin Jackson. That ball blistered off the glove of Lopez.
Take a look at the swing by Austin Jackson. Gets a fastball in on his hands and just rips it down the line. Lopez trying to make a play on it. Goes off the heel of his glove by slowing it down as it goes into left field. Worth is able to go all the way around from first to third base, and Jackson ends up with a double.
And Gutierrez on his way out to the mound as it begins to rain just a little bit here at Safeco Field now. And they will extend the roof. So 4 balls in a row hit hard. The infield, the middle of the infield is back. And now the middle of the infield comes up with the pitch, and it's down low and outside, ball 1.
Don likes to do that a lot. He wants to keep the guy at third base guessing along with the third base coach. Sometimes you can talk him into going on contact because the infield is going to be back and make a play on him at the plate.
Two pitches this inning for Pfister. And a ground ball to third. Lopez has it. And we'll throw him out. Johnny Damon will be the hitter. The 11th annual Collector Train Car Night set for Friday, June the 4th. The Mariners will welcome the Angels to town, and the first 20,000 fans taking home a Felix Hernandez high-octane gas car. Visit Mariners.com to lock in your seats for Felix Train Night on June the 4th. Strike 1 to Johnny Damon. Popped up to Josh Bard, the catcher. Over at third base, Alex Avila. Danny Worth at second. And a fly ball hit to straightaway left field. Easy play out there for Michael Saunders. But the Tigers get 2 to tie here in the second. As we go to the bottom of the second, new ball game. 2-2 tie. You just saw Casey Kotzman foul the first pitch back here in the second inning. Kotzman and then Josh Bard. Then Josh Wilson against Justin Verlander, who's got a new lease on life with the score at 2-2 now. Verlander, 4 outstanding pitches: fastball, curveball, slider, change, 2-seamer and 4-seamer and fastball. Ball moves all over the place. That was his 4-seamer.
96-mile-an-hour fastball. He'll usually use that pitch to work up in the strike zone. Saw Bradley hit the home run on the first pitch. Casey came up leading this inning off, swings at a first pitch fastball. And I like it if Verlander's able to show that he can throw fastballs for strikes early in the count. Be aggressive with him and see if you can change him up a little bit. Because if you fall behind, as David mentioned, you know, he has the ability to strike people out. It makes it much tougher. He'll start working the corners, throwing his breaking ball and his changeup more. Get after that first pitch fastball if he wants to lay it in there for you.
Count is full. And a high fly ball hit to right field and fairly deep. Back to the warning track. And making the catch is Maglio Ordonez.
Well, it's another high fastball in the middle of the plate, but it's up. And Casey can't quite get on top of it. He tried. You can see that pitch on the tracer up out of the zone. Towering fly ball that took Ordonez all the way back to the fence.
And this is barred. Josh, a high towering pop-up. And Mr. Bosch, who's had his problems catching fly balls out there since being called up, does make the catch of that one.
And that was a major league pop-up from Bard. Another fastball, first pitch fastball that he was just skying it out to left center field.
Perfect pitch. And that's hit out toward the gap, and will get down into the gap all the way to the wall. And moving into second base with a two-out double, Josh Wilson. Well, Mariners scored a couple with 2 outs and nobody on in the first with a home run by Milton Bradley.
And again, early in the count, Josh taking a hack at a fastball up in the zone. He was able to get on top of it and drive it into the gap. But the game plan for the Mariners had changed. It looks like they're going to be much more aggressive with Verlander. I think it's a good idea.
Michael Saunders had a chance to swing the bat. Good to see him back in the lineup. He hadn't had that much of a chance to play lately.
No, he hasn't. And it is good to see him in the lineup. I think he's done a nice job since he was called up. Has hit a couple of home runs, has 6 RBIs, a couple of doubles in there.
Never forget his first home run on Mother's Day with his mom in attendance here.
He never will either. I remember that more than any of the rest of them.
Three and one to count.
The other thing with Saunders, he's figured it out. When he's hitting ninth, which is where he's been since he's been called up, he knows Ichiro's on deck. So when he gets in the hitter's account,
look out.
Need a little more pine tar on that one. I haven't seen that in a while. Take a look at the swing by Saunders. A little late on the fastball, fighting to hang on to the bat, and throws it almost in the camera well.
That's down there where I used to sit doing baseball games. Remember that?
I do remember that. When are we going to see that again, Dan?
No, hope never. And a ground ball to third, and Inge makes an outstanding play and throws him out. He's a good third baseman without a doubt. Brandon Inge retires the side. A hit, a man left, and after two times. this, to any baseball fans, probably the easiest one we've ever asked. Which Hall of Famer stepped to the plate, tipped his cap, and released a sparrow on this date in 1919 as Pfister has a pitch at the knees for a strike? And there are your choices: Ruth, Stengel, Sisler, or Cobb. You can text A, B, C, or D. And a ground ball right over the first baseman. And a nice easy play by Cochman to Pfister covering. Was it Babe Ruth, Casey Stengel, George Sisler, Ty Cobb? You know that one.
I do know that one.
Wish I'd have been there. Here's Brennan Bosch, the big left-handed batting left fielder, popped up to left field.
I think with everything I've ever read about Ty Cobb, it's definitely not him. That doesn't seem like something he would be up for at all.
Right underneath Figgins on into right center field. So Bosch is aboard, and Brandon Inge will be the hitter. It's something I think that Babe Ruth might do. He always had a great rapport with the fans. George Sisler, I don't know.
I don't know.
But of course, it was Casey Stengel.
Right.
Charles Dillon Stengel. Brandon Inge popped up to second. Many years I was not so successful as a ball player as it is a game of skill. 0-1. I was such a dangerous hitter, I even got intentional walks during batting practice. Oh, he was something. I went to his funeral. I've told you that many times. It deliveries inside, count one ball and one strike. Boy Kuhn was the man who spoke at his funeral, the commissioner of baseball. That particular time, Billy Martin was a pallbearer. Spent one memorable night of my life with that man in New York. We talked about it many, many times, but what a guy. I mean, you could spend 3 hours with him and go away shaking your head. What did he say all during those 3 hours? Brandon Inge just swing and a miss.
Well, this is going to surprise you. Over the last 4 years, especially with all the dinners and everything we've had, you've never mentioned that to me. I never knew that.
Is that right?
Yeah, I never knew that. So we have something to talk about on this next trip.
Okay.
I had no idea that you'd met him.
I was a GI. And 1-2 pitches, a little low and outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And I'll tell you the story sometime.
Okay. Look forward to it.
I think I've told him on television many times. And that ball's hit into the gap in left center field. And over to cut it off, the left fielder. And Saunders does do that, but all of a sudden here come the Tigers one more time. An awfully good hitting ball club with runners at first and third and only one man down.
Well, he leaves this off-speed pitch up in the zone. It's a changeup and stays back just 82 miles an hour. Stays back long enough to hit it hard into the gap. Nice play by Saunders to get over and cut it off. It's wet grass out there right now, but he gets it back in a hurry and holds him to a single. But another first and third situation for the Tigers with just one out.
And Dan Kelly, who was aboard on an error, the hitter, hit the ball hard by Josh Wilson. It got Wilson's glove and was originally ruled a hit, but they changed it to an error. If he feels it, it's an easy double play because the ball was hit so hard.
When you look at the Tigers coming into the game, they're hitting .269 as a team. That's 4th best in the American League. They can hit, and so far in this game, 7 hits already for the Tigers here in the 3rd inning.
And that sign outside, I beg your pardon, it was Kelly who got the solid. It was Alex Avila who was aboard on the error. And that's lined at second base, and an easy double play as Figgy will turn around with Inge going on the play. An easy double play for 3. And the Mariners get a huge double play to deny the Tigers a go-ahead run. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Extended, and it's raining pretty hard outside, so we saw a very unusual occurrence. Very rarely do we see that here at Safeco Field between innings as Ichiro steps in against Justin Verlander. And the fastball, a strike. And that was Bob Christopherson with a member of his ground crew going out and putting Diamond Dry on the pitcher's mound. Never see that here.
Glad he had some.
Yeah.
There's Bob breaking it in.
As it got a little wet before they could close the roof. A breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner. And a count of ball and 2 strikes on Ichiro. Huge double play to deny Detroit the go-ahead run in the top half of the inning. Ichiro's swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 2 for Justin Verlander. Sean Figgins was the other strikeout victim in the first. Strike one to him.
Like most good pitchers in this league, if you're going to get to them, you have to get to them early. They start to settle in. They make things awfully tough on you. And Verlander fits the bill for that. One of the better pitchers in the American League. Mariners able to get 2 runs off of him in the first on the 2-run homer by Bradley. But he looks like he's settling in, throwing a lot more fastballs. He was throwing some breaking balls and changeups the first couple of innings, but now going right at the guys with fastballs. You see his pitch count 38. Pitches for him, 80% of them fastballs. There's a change.
2-2. See the EH patch on the right sleeve of the Tigers for the beloved Ernie Harwell. Passed away about 3 weeks ago. The delivery is high. Ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Their Hall of Fame announcer laid in repose at the ballpark. Some 12,000 to 15,000 fans passed by his casket that day. Pitches fouled off and out of play. A great, great man, as well as a Hall of Fame announcer. And he walked in with a fastball inside. All right, let's give you the fan poll result. You fans were right. 30% of you said Casey Stengel. Pretty well split up, wasn't it? Yeah, but it was Casey Stengel. Which Hall of Famer stepped to the plate, tipped his hat, and released a sparrow on this date in 1919? It was the old professor. The professor earned his nickname in 1914 when he was head coach at the University of Mississippi. That's where he got the nickname Professor. Here's Franklin Gutierrez. On May the 25th, 1919, Stengel, playing with the Pirates, was being taunted unmercilessly by the fans of the Brooklyn Dodgers, his old team. And that fastball is a strike. Somehow, Casey got a hold of a sparrow and used it to turn the crowd in his favor. With the bird tucked gently beneath his cap, Casey strutted to the plate amidst a chorus of boos and catcalls. He turned to the crowd, tipped his hat, and out flew the sparrow. The jeers turned to cheers, and Casey became an instant favorite. That's a great story.
How do you even think of something like that?
I don't know. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Another another interesting note that Curtis Wilson has come up with, something I didn't know, that Stengel is the only man to have worn all 4 uniforms from the New York City teams as a player or manager. The Dodgers, the Mets, the Giants, the Yankees.
It is interesting. I never knew that.
I think there would have been more, huh?
I would think so.
Gutierrez on the change that time, and a good one. Fouls it. 1-2.
And the rest of the West Oakland loses in Baltimore 5-1 earlier today. Texas hanging on against Kansas City in Kansas City 8-7 in the 9th inning. The Angels are up 5-0 on the Blue Jays in the 3rd.
Blue Jays beat them last night. Brett Cecil gets the shutout. Left-hander that was so impressive.
I like the Blue Jays ball club.
I do too.
They're a nice looking club.
Gutierrez tried to hold up, and he went around. So 2 away. And here comes Milton Bradley, who on the first pitch sent a line drive into the seats in right field for a home run. Thursday, June the 3rd. Call your girlfriends and head out to Girls' Night Out here at Safeco Field. That's when the Mariners meet the Twins. First 10,000 women, 21 and over, taking home a stylish Mariners tote bag. Plus, there's going to be manicures and massages and more at the Comfort Station located on the left field concourse. For tickets, you can visit mariners.com. And a strike across the letters and a change. I've been throwing a fastball. This was a fastball I threw him in the first inning, and he was all over. Put it back into the second or third row of seats out in right field. And another pitch that I guess was a change. It was 88, and he can throw 95, so.
Yes, it was a changeup, so 2 changeups in a row. I think if Milton sees another fastball from Verlander, probably be up and in just to show it to him. Amazing how quickly you can get a pitcher off of his fastball by turning it around one time.
There it was, blown away. Milton looks at the curveball, one of the few that he has thrown, too far inside. Runner goes, and a pitch swung on and missed, and that will be that here in the 3rd inning. Verlander ends up striking out the side. Mariners leave a man, and after 3, Mariners 2, Tigers 2.
Tied at 2-2 with Detroit, and Mike, good sign to see Milton Bradley go deep. Needed it.
And I like the fact that he jumped on the first pitch. He's in the dugout. He's hitting fourth tonight, so he gets a chance to watch the first three hitters go up there. And Verlander working ahead of him with his fastball. Milton jumps all over the first heater. He saw it and gives the Mariners the lead quickly with a 2-0 home run. But I think for me, watching the Mariners in general, it looks like they're going to be more aggressive with Verlander, and I think that's a good plan of attack. He has been on a nice run for the Tigers, and I would not want to fall behind him 1-2, 0-2.
Not at all. 4 in a row, 4 of his last 5 that he's won. Alex Avila, catcher, leading off here in the 4th inning. Last time Detroit was in here, Mariners took 2 out of 3, finished up a nice homestand 7-2. The Mariners at that point were 9-7, tied for first. Things have changed just a little bit since then. Ball club 7-21 since that point. Down in the dirt, 2-2. 7-21, tale of 2 seasons indeed. Team batting average, a respectable 250 down to 229. The runners in scoring position average has fallen off the table. 2-2. 1 strikeout, no walks thus far for Pfister. Danny Worth on deck, the second baseman. Drive to right field, backing up Ichiro. He's got it, 1 out. Well, we're being protected by the roof here. We're very happy with that. Rally fry signs, but they're all out here.
I don't think Ichiro's going to cry over it. A lot of Ichiro signs involving him in the rally fries. Good to see the kids out at the ballpark tonight.
Strike 1 to Worth. Delivered a RBI single in the second inning. Well fielded by Doug Pfister. Flips to Kochman, 2 down. Grandparents, here's your chance to win tickets to the Sunday, June 6th game here at Safeco Field against the Angels. If you're 50 and older, simply register at any Mariners team store or one of the 12 Aegis Living communities. Winners will receive game tickets and a chance to meet a Mariners player courtesy of Aegis Living. Top of the order, Austin Jackson. 1 for 2 with the run batted in. Pfister working at a good pace as he does every time out. He's got a record of 3-2 and easily should have 5 wins.
Earlier in the season, I thought we liked this Austin Jackson kid. I think I like him even more now.
Yeah, he's good. Off the fist, Figgins will take care of it. 1, 2, 3 in the 4th go the Tigers. 2-2 ball game. Couple of pitchers locked up in a good battle here. Tigers an afternoon match tomorrow. Day off Thursday, 3 in Anaheim, and then back for those Minnesota Twins who lead the Tigers by a game starting today. And following the Twins, it'll be the Angels back here. Here's Jose Lopez to lead it off. Big breaking ball for called strike one. Mariners are ever going to get going here. They need this guy to get his numbers going in upward fashion. He's at 210. 1 home run and 15 runs batted in.
I think for me, the 1 home run is the big number that they need to get out of him. They need to have him hit some home runs like he did last year. If his average is down early in the season, eventually he's going to get hot and get his average up. But you'd really like to see him drive the baseball and hit some balls in the gap for some doubles and maybe hit a few out of the ballpark.
Gapped one left center down the line. That's a foul ball. First time up, Jose hit one hard in the left center field gap run down by Austin Jackson, center fielder. One and two. Off the end of his bat. Verlander, 1 out. Talking to Rod Allen, who does games for the Tigers, and he said that Justin Verlander's got 4 above average pitches. Fastball, curve, change, slider, and the big thing, the location, his command, and this run that he's on right now has been nothing short of exquisite.
Then you take a look at those numbers. He has mixed it up nicely. 68% fastballs, mixing in his breaking ball and changeup.
Gotchman lifts one. Down the line. Out of Bosch's reach. Kochman getting the start tonight at first base. Everybody knows Mike Sweeney's been swinging a hot bat. He was 1 for 2 a couple of days ago. Got his batting average up around 290, but he's 0 for 11 against Verlander, while Kochman was 4 for 12. Brad will see Sweeney more than likely tomorrow, even though there is a right-hander on the mound, Jeremy Bunderman. There's a changeup.
And it was a good one when you have to be ready for 95, 96 miles an hour with his fastball, and his changeup has been down as far as 82 miles an hour in the game. It's a tough adjustment to make as a hitter.
Breaking ball, put a bat on it, down to Inge, 2 outs. Four in a row retired, and 5 of the last 6 retired by Verlander.
Hey, it's kind of foul ball. Congratulations.
Not bad.
We want the rally, not the fries.
The gall. This message being brought to you by Mariners fans everywhere. Josh Bard flying out to left. I like how Walk described him before they get playing with a chip on his shoulder. Said he didn't down on himself the way he performed in spring training. Went down to Tacoma, and now here he is. He's factored in nicely in his what is now his 7th game. Here's a pop-up. Inge has it tracked down. Verlander's on a roll. 5 in a row, 6 in the last Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, the FSN crew. Glad you could join us here at Safeco Field. Boy, it is ugly and battleship gray in the skies above us. Thankfully, rolled the roof out in the bottom of the second inning. Strike one to Ramon Santiago leading off. Their shortstop, 2, 3, and 4. Damon and Ordonez to follow. Santiago's a switch hitter, 7th year in the organization.
This will be an important inning for Doug. I think we get the impression that Mr. Verlander has settled down and is throwing the ball extremely well. 66 pitches for Doug. But he's going to have to work his way through the middle of this lineup. But the only good news with that is that Miguel Cabrera is not in the middle of it.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
Back in Miami for the birth of his second child. This one happened to figure. Give you an idea of the damage that Cabrera does here at Safeco. 364, 3 homers and 10 runs batted in, 600 slugging percentage, and on the road he's got a batting average of 381, 9 homers and 32 RBI. AL leader in RBI. Big soccer doings coming up next few days. There's Johnny Damon looking at ball one. The Boca Juniors from Buenos Aires in Argentina take on the Sounders tomorrow in Portland over the weekend. A couple of friendly matches.
They look young, didn't they?
Yep. That's the same country that produced Diego Maradona. I remember him back in the late 70s. He was one of the top 3-4 players in the world. And there's where they play their home games in Buenos Aires. Not bad for the juniors, huh? 3-1 to Damon. High fly ball. Ichiro is right there. 2 outs. So the Boca Juniors match with the Sounders FC. Be on FSN. Check the local listings for that action. Maglio Ordonez, 1 for 2. Tigers 11-9 in the month of May, coming off it. Losing 2 out of 3 at the Dodgers. Prior to that, they'd taken 2 from Oakland, 2 out of 3 from Boston, and 3 out of 4 from the Yankees. Broken bat, ground ball. Lopez. Clean inning for Pfister. That is 7 in a row retired by Doug Pfister. 2-2 ball game. 2-2 ball game, bottom of the 5th inning. Josh Wilson will lead it off. He doubled to right center his first time. Backs up Worth. And Josh is gone. He is on that roll you're talking about, Mike. My goodness, that's 6 in a row and 7 of 8 for Verlander.
That's what the good ones are able to do. Fortunately for the Mariners, they were able to score a couple of runs on him. Right now, for Verlander, 64 pitches, 45 of them strikes. He's one of those guys you think, well, let's get his pitch count up. Mariners did a nice job of it in the 3rd inning when he threw 22 pitches. But he's a guy they'll leave out there for 125, so he's used to throwing a lot of pitches and working deep.
125, his top number. That was against the Angels. Started 9 games before tonight. 7 of them he's thrown 100 or more pitches. Popped up the bunt attempt. 1-1. Michael Saunders.
Good idea. Brandon Inge, the 3rd baseman. As you look at the first pitch, strikes 14 out of 18. I think that's one of the reasons why we've seen the Mariners be so aggressive in this game, which is a good idea against Verlander. A nice idea by Saunders. Brandon Inge was playing back. I think if he was able to get it down, he ended up with a base hit.
Saunders coming off a nice run when he had some playing time. He had a streak where he was in 4 games, 6 for 16 and a couple of home runs. First start for him since May 18th at Oakland. He went 0 for 3 there. Well, that's a week ago. Staying busy, staying ready. Watch some tape of Verlander before today's game and get a feel on how he's been going. Here's the 1-2. Two and 2 to Saunders. Strike 3 called. He's gone. 5 strikeouts to Verlander. There are now 2 down here in the 5th inning. Let's take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. 3 with the Angels coming up after tomorrow's day game. Then a week-long homestand, and then a road trip that's going to take the Mariners to Texas, San Diego, and then to St. Louis, Missouri. That'll be on 14, 15, 16 of June. There's Ichiro having to move his feet. Get to see Albert Pujols in the company of the Cardinals.
Starts Ichiro off with a couple of changeups. Almost hit him with the first one, but comes right back with it.
Got that one off the end of the bat. Ichiro, the American League hits leader, multi-hit games leader, 2nd in the American League in batting average. Tough play. Wow. Great play. That's outstanding. Fine athlete, Justin Verlander, and he knew he had to be quick to get Ichiro. He's retired 8 in a row. 9 of the last 10, and you don't see many pitchers making this kind of play and they're killing themselves in the process. 2-2 ball game. Brennan Bosch, strike one to him. Brennan 1 for 2. Last time up, got a single to center. Mariners jumped out front bottom of the first inning on a 2-run homer by Milton Bradley. Tigers answered with 2 in the top of the second, scoreless since then. Josh Wilson. 1 out. Just throwing a nice little roll. 3, 6, 7 in a row. 8 counted double, so 8 in a row. That's pretty good.
Well, we've seen this out of him before when he's had his issues. You look back to the second inning when he had to throw 27 pitches to get through it. But since then, he's been fine and getting the ball on the ground now a little bit more. Early on, there was a lot of fly balls that were hit, line drives. So he settled in nicely after giving up 7 hits early in the game. But we've seen that out of him already this year a couple of different times when it looked like he was struggling early and he finds a way to get it going. Keep the ball on the ground.
Brandon Inge.
I mean, at this point, we're starting to roll into June. And most people probably have no idea that Doug Fister leads the American League in ERA coming into this game.
Deep drive, left center field. Long run for Goody. Long run, Saunders. And it is gone. Home run, Brandon Inge, his 5th. And the Tigers take a 3-2 lead. So on a 1-1 pitch, Fister gives up just his 2nd home run of the season.
Well, let's take a look at the location of this pitch. Right in the middle of the plate. He hasn't left too many fastballs in the middle of the plate. And Brandon Inge, who has power, hits this one a long ways on a cool night. Goes back into the Mariners bullpen and ricochets back onto the field. Clearly over the fence.
Inge off to a slow start. So popped out of play by Kelly. Inge with 27 home runs, 84 RBI last year, career best. This one well stroked center field. On back, Gutierrez at the track for the catch. 2 outs here in the 6th. Do you remember the Mariners green jerseys of the 90s? On Saturday, June 5th. Mariners host the Angels, and the green jerseys, they're back. And we turn back the clock to the 90s. Plus, first 20,000 fans receive a Mariners cap. So join us for all the fun of the 90s. Tickets, visit mariners.com. Catcher Alex Avila is up now with 2 down. 2 home runs in this game. Solo shot here in the 6th by Inge and a 2-run homer. Milton Bradley in the 1st. That'll get out of play. Good hitting ball club, the Tigers. 4th in the American League behind Kansas City, the Yankees, and Minnesota. The 2-2. Staying alive here.
Doug is now at 90 pitches for the game. Solid splits for him again. 59 strikes, 31 balls. That's about normal for him.
That's a base hit. Number 9 for Detroit. They'll bring up Danny Worth, the second baseman. He's batting in the 9-hole tonight. A couple of changes since Detroit was in here back in the middle of April. Sizemore, a rookie they brought up, made the team out of spring training. Didn't quite work out, so they sent him back. And now this young man's getting a good look. Picked up an RBI single in the second inning and tapped back to Pfister. That was in the fourth. Little dribbler. Nice play by Josh Wilson and Figgins. Slow roller with a lot of spin on it. Those could be problematic. Nicely handled. Figgins, Gutierrez, and Bradley coming up. Mariners trail by a run. Here at Safeco Field. Mike, you got some things to give out tonight, huh?
Saw some hungry boys earlier, so we figured we'd go with them. Happy birthday to them. They all play on the same baseball team. We have JT and Austin at the game tonight from Grays Harbor. Good to see them out at the game. We get the guys some runs.
Gentleman sitting in seats straight away center field as Sean Figgins swings and misses. He's got a strikeout and a walk thus far tonight. Verlander really starting to hit a groove. 8 in a row, 9 of 10. He's retired. Had a Figgy 0-2. We're talking about Lopez needing to get going to help the Mariners maybe turn this thing around. And obviously, Sean Figgins is another one. 100 points thereabouts below his career average.
Well, the big thing with Sean is if he could get it going and get some more hits, he can cause so many problems for other clubs when he's on the bases. That's what his strength is, and he just hasn't been able to get on base enough because he's struggled to get his hits. He'll take his walks, but with the way Ichiro has swung the bat this year, coming in today hitting .352, you get both those guys going at the top of the lineup. You can score runs without getting too many hits.
It's a shame. You got Ichiro starting today with 64 hits, only 21 runs scored. Biggie goes down swinging again. Second time tonight, 0 for 2 with the walk, and for Verlander, his 6th strikeout. One out here in the 6th. And if you're looking for a way to save money in your commute, consider Sound Transit ST Express Bus. For route information, visit soundtransit.org. Yeah, Ichiro, 64 hits starting tonight and just 21 runs scored because don't have many guys pushing him around the bases. Strike 1 to Goody. 1 for 2. Base hit in the first, strikeout in the third. He does have good command, doesn't he? Verlander.
He does. When he first showed up in the big leagues, he was throwing 100, 101 miles an hour. A little bit all over the place. Gutierrez gives this a good ride to right field.
Going back, Ordonez. It's gone. He gave it a real good ride. Ties the score at 3-3. Goody with his 5th home run, 22nd RBI. Tie ball game at 3-3.
And we were just talking about his fastball. The Verlander gets Goody a fastball out over the plate. Again, on a cool night, Franklin puts a pretty good charge into this. Take a look at this fastball running right back to the middle of the plate. Started off the corner, and Franklin Gutierrez gives it a ride. So he matches Brandon Inge to tie the ball game up.
Here's Milton Bradley, who had a 2-run homer in the first inning. Goodwood drove that a long way, 94 feet, 394. That's impressive. 5th home run given up by Verlander this season.
And we've seen the change to Bradley. Bradley hit a home run in the first inning on a fastball. His second at bat, he was throwing a bunch of changeup, and so far he starts him off with a changeup and a good breaking ball.
Breaking ball, and Milton knew it. Strikeout number 7. It's a second called strikeout tonight for Verlander. 2 outs here in the 6th. Jose Lopez lined out to center and bounced back to Verlander. Lopez gets into one, base hit. Lopez had Sunday off. His last action, that was Saturday, went 1 for 4.
He gets a fastball running in on his hands. Lopez likes the ball inside. That's the pitch he's been able to handle. It's been the pitches out over the plate. And especially if the pitchers take something off of it, he's struggled with that. But anything hard that's been inside, he's still been able to handle that pitch. A nice base hit for Jose.
Outside to Kochman, who's 0 for 2. Sent Ordonez to the track in right field his first time up. Jose Lopez, just his 3rd hit of the homestand. Some popped up and playable. Inge calling for it, the 3rd baseman. And he's got it. Well, the big blow in the 6th. Franklin Gutierrez home run. His 5th of the season. It ties it at 3-3. Detroit scores tied at 3 as we begin the 7th inning. Top of the order for the Tigers. Austin Jackson looks at strike one. He's 1 for 3. The other thing you like about Fister, too, getting deep in the ball games. Consistent. Off the fist. Josh Wilson will have to hurry. Got him.
Well, he does that. The Mariners have some action out in their pen. Not because Fister hasn't pitched well. He certainly has. But he's up to 96 pitches. His high is 108 on the year.
Let's see. He's gone 7 or more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Sean Kelly up. Iago fouls one off. Goody to his right for the second out. Take a look at our Quest High Speed pitch, brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Verlander, no surprise, 97, and Fister around where we expect him, around 91. There's Johnny Damon, 0 for 3. It's number 100 coming here to Johnny.
Good pitch.
1-1. One strikeout tonight, hasn't walked anybody. A little everything tonight. Ground ball down to Kotzman. Smothers it. 1, 2, 3 go the Tigers in the 7th. 3-3 ball game. Bottom third of the order coming up for the Mariners. Bard, Wilson, and Saunders here at Safeco Field. Brought to you by the Washington Traffic Safety Commission with a reminder, click it or ticket day and night. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, FSN crew here at Safeco Field. 3-3 ball game. Mariners have hit 2 home runs tonight. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Bard, Wilson, and Saunders here in the home 7th against Verlander. Justin has struck out 7, walked 1, given up 2 home runs, a 2-run shot to Bradley, and a solo effort in the 6th by Gutierrez. Josh 0 for 2. Verlander's 6-4 against the Mariners, a 3.41 ERA in 10 previous starts. Here's how he's been getting it done tonight. He had on a game face with the headphones in the clubhouse today. Seeing a lot of pictures, you don't talk to him, you leave him alone. He had one of those "don't even come near me" kind of looks on. I mean, I just saw him. I want to say hello to Lloyd McClendon, the hitting coach, and a few other guys who know in there. And dude, he's wise. He's like that all the time. He's ready to work.
So what did he say when you walked up to him?
I didn't say anything to him. No, I kept going. I just looked at him, and he's a nice kid. I've interviewed him a few other times, but he had the game face on today. Foul ball. Long run. And a nice play by Bosch. Tough break for Bard. And Verlander and a bunch of the boys have been down to Chambers Bay and had a good time. Brandon Inge said he hit the ball as well as he's hit it in a long time. Josh Wilson, 1 for 2. He got a double his first time up back in the second inning. Breaking ball misses. Center fielder Jackson shading Josh towards right center. That's where he hit his double back in the second inning. All right, down the line, foul. Two-run homer, Milton Bradley in the first. Gutierrez homer in the sixth. Detroit put 2 on the board in the second inning. RBIs by Jackson and Worth. And a home run from Inge in the sixth. Popped up, playable. First baseman's got it. Don Kelly for the second out. Lou Piniella and the Chicago Cubs make a rare Safeco Field appearance in a 3-game series beginning Tuesday, June 22nd. Good seats still available. It's one of baseball's most storied franchises. Makes its first trip to Seattle in 8 years. Reserve your seats right now for the Mariners-Cubs series at mariners.com. Goes Saunders 0 for 2. And he bounces one to Worth. Not much of a problem for Mr. Verlander here in the 7th. Both pitchers get deep into this ball game. Score tied at 3. Time for our Jaguar performer of the game, Doug Fister.
I don't think there's much doubt about it. Pretty good hitting club in the Tigers. You look at it, just 2 earned runs for Doug, 102 pitches, no walks. Nothing unusual about that with him. He did give up 9 hits, 7 of them early in the game, but another nice outing for Doug Fister.
Second time he's left the ball game with the score tied. Sean Kelly takes over. Breaking ball and a good one to Maglio Ordonez, leading off for Detroit here in the 8th, followed by Brennan Bosch and Brandon Inge.
Sean's been on a pretty good run lately himself. ERA down to a 2.3, 17 strikeouts in the 15 innings he's pitched.
Down low to Ordonez, 102 pitches, 67 for strikes for Doug Fister, the American League ERA leader. And his ERA goes to 2.03 with his performance. They gave up 3 runs, 2 earned. Part of the order here for Detroit. The Mariners get up in the home 8th. It'll be the top of the order. Changeup, rifle down the line. That is a foul ball. Okay, restore normal breathing.
Ordonez, dangerous hitter. 6 home runs for him on the season. Last pitch, middle in.
3-2. Got ahead and then lost him. Leadoff man's aboard here in the 8th for Detroit. Brings up Brennan Bosch, 1 for 3. Got a 3rd inning single to center. First leadoff man to reach for either team this evening. Strike one. Infield, a double play depth. Saunders giving it a good look, and he's got room. Makes the catch. One out.
Saunders continues to progress as a hitter, which is what we've seen so far this year. With the amount of ground that he can cover in left field, that's a huge advantage. You normally don't see left fielders cover the type of ground that he's able to run.
Long strider. Got to ask him if he ever ran the 400. 400-meter race. He looked like he'd be a good one with those strides. He was a center when he was playing junior hockey, and was a third baseman, then a shortstop. And he got really tall.
Yes, he did.
Loves hockey.
Do you like the condor?
Yeah, he's getting used to it. Risbin, I haven't used it that much. Risbin been using a lot on radio lately.
Yeah, Rick likes it.
Yeah. Lee Tinsley put that on him, first base coach. He can use it a lot. He hasn't been playing it much. So. Nice kid. Still bummed that his Vancouver Canucks KO'd by the Blackhawks. Blackhawks and the Philadelphia Flyers. Stanley Cup final. It's coming up on Saturday. 1-2. That's a big strikeout, getting Inge. 2 down. Sean Kelly's first strikeout. All-Star balloting. It's underway. We want you to vote for your favorite Mariners. Vote up to 25 times at mariners.com/vote. You can win 4 tickets to an upcoming game at Safeco Field's All-Star Club and an autographed baseball from Ichiro. Vote early and often. Vote today at mariners.com/vote. John Kelly infield hit, line out to the second baseman Figgins, and a fly out to center. Struck deep center field, but going back Goody, he's there, makes the catch. So a little quick blemish, a walk to Ordonez, and Kelly does the rest. 3-3 ball game. See if the Mariners can get a run, turn it over to maybe David Hartsman, top 9, and get out of here with a W.
Nice plan. I like it.
Justin Verlander pitching in front of a crowd of 20,920 this evening.
They have a good chance. Ichiro's done well against Verlander in the past. Give him a chance to swing the bat and get on base. They can help move him around a little bit. Gutierrez already with a couple of hits, including the home run.
Ichiro
set up nicely for him.
It really does. Top of the order, Ichiro, Figgins, and Gutierrez. Ichiro 0 for 3. Started the night a .424 hitter with a home run against Verlander. Starts him with an off-speed pitch, ball 1. Here's make a hot zone for Ichiro.
He's still throwing hard. 95 miles an hour on the last fastball. 100 pitches now for Verlander.
Here's a strike. Joel Zamaya on the left. And Futini, who's really, they've both been outstanding in the bullpen for the Tigers. Strike 3 called. Ichiro dismissed. That is strikeout number 8 for Verlander. 1 out here in the 8th inning. Catch Freddie Montero and the Seattle Sounders FC. They take on Boca Juniors, one of South America's most popular soccer clubs. International friendly comes your way tomorrow night. Check your local FSN and FSN HD listings for match time in your area. Sean Figgins 0 for 2 and with a walk, couple of strikeouts. Moves his feet. Verlander has really done damage against the top of the order for the Mariners. He's K'd Ichiro twice, Figgins twice, Gutierrez once, and Bradley twice. Did give up the home runs to Bradley and Goody. There's a strike to Figgins. The other strikeout that Verlander has rung up was getting Saunders looking in the 5th inning. Total of 8. Two and two.
I know that Figgins hasn't shown much power this year, but I'm a little bit surprised at how shallow Jackson is in center field, shading him over towards left. Nice gap in right center field.
Goes the other way. That'll get down for a base hit. Figgins taking an aggressive turn. Here's the throw to second. It is not in time. A one-out double for Sean Figgins here in the 8th inning for the Mariners. Figgins' 8th double of the season.
Well, it's good to see it's a hustle double. Figgins flips his ball into left field. And fortunately for him, it goes out in that little piece of the wall that sticks out down towards the corner. You can take a look as it bounces off the wall. That little bit of time that he got from Bosch to able to beat it into second base. Nice job of sliding to the outside of the bag. Watch us put to the outside. Worth has to reach all the way around to try to put the tag, and he's able to get in.
There's Gutierrez. Looks at strike one. He homered. One out in the 6th on a 1-1 pitch to right center field. Base hit to left in the 1st inning. Having a good night.
And there you go, too. That first pitch to Gutierrez. Verlander knows when he's in a little bit of trouble. 98 miles an hour on the inside corner. You know, the good ones in this league have the ability to turn it up a notch.
But the ball got loose in center field. Verlander makes his home in Lakeland, Florida. Sean Figgins, born and raised down in the state of Georgia. Long look by Verlander. Mariners trying to get to one of the hottest pitchers in the American League right now. He's won 4 straight, 5 of 6. The Mariners have already tagged him with a loss earlier this season in the first visit here to Safeco Field back on April 17th. Two and one. Breaking ball misses.
You mentioned that Verlander has gone as high as 125 pitches. As you see Ardsma ready to go out in the Mariner pen. But he's at 110 right now. This is typically, you see the last couple of breaking balls just kind of roll up there. Guys get a little bit tired, lose their legs, and start hanging some pitches. Mariners might be able to take advantage of maybe a mistake or two.
Good runner at second base in Figgins. Way outside. 3 and 1. On deck, Milton Bradley. 1 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and a 2-run homer in the first inning. And the first pitch he saw from Verlander. Put it in the right field bleachers. Jim Leyland letting his horse work here. Verlander, 5-2 record. Lost him. Mariners with 2 on, 1 out. Second walk issued by Verlander. And now Milton Bradley, as you take a look at our Jack in the Box in-game box score. Ichiro 0 for 4. And the next 4 hitters done a little something, and Josh Wilson with a double.
And the difference from Milton, that first at bat when he hit the 2-run homer, jumped on a first pitch fastball in the middle of the plate. Since then, Verlander has gone at him with changeups and breaking balls away. Take a look at the home run from Milton Bradley. This fastball is right in the middle of the plate. First pitch in the first inning, and Milton jumps all over. It's a line drive into the seats. And since then, been nothing but off-speed pitches from Verlander.
Rick Knapp, the pitching coach, out speaking with Verlander right now. Milton Bradley, that home run number 3. And his RBI total of 14. brought him here to be the power guy. They got him in the key 4-hole tonight. Big spot right here. Hardsman's ready to work the ninth. See if they can give him a lead. Petro struck out looking. Figgins on a 2-2 pitch doubled down the left field line, and Gutierrez walked. Ball 1 to Milton Bradley. Jim Leyland has seen a lot of games like this. He had a great run at Pittsburgh. Won a world championship with Florida. The 1-0. Mariners trying to get to Verlander here. 1-1 to Bradley, 1 out, 2 on. A little late, 1-2.
A little late, 98 miles an hour on that last fastball. He is really turning it up a notch. It looks like he has better command of his fastball now. Not really finishing his breaking ball. You take a look at a couple changeups to start with Milton, then tries to sneak a fastball by him.
So it gives here at 1-2. Two to Bradley. That'll do it. Base hit. Ordonez has a great arm. Here's Figgins being waved around. The throw to the plate is not in time. The Mariners lead it 4-3. RBI Milton Bradley. Bradley with his 3rd ribby tonight.
This is a nice piece of hitting by Milton Bradley. Gets a change. Watch him stay with it, go down. Doesn't roll over the pitcher because he was able to hang in there long enough and throw the barrel at it. It's a solid line drive into right. And Figgins showing some tremendous speed as he flies across home plate safe. But a nice piece of hitting by Milton Bradley to drive in Sean Figgins as he gets ready to go. No doubt about it. Nice jump. Rounds the base and then really turns on the jets.
Figgy had the play in front of him. Good read on his part. Yeah, baby. He scores, and the Mariners lead it 4-3. They chase Verlander again. Well, for the second time, the Mariners have chased Justin Verlander. A 4-3 lead now with 1 out, runners at the corners, and another flamethrower in there, Joel Zumaya. They got a 1-run lead. Looking for more.
Tigers have played their infield back. They're going to try to turn 2. Gutierrez, a nice piece of base running himself, getting all the way around to third. Well, if Lopez, who just had a pitch out over the plate that he could handle, missed it, fouled it straight back. But if he can get a ball in the air somewhere, Gutierrez, good speed at third. Chance to tag up and score.
There it is. Medium center field. Jackson with the catch. Here comes Gutierrez. Here's the throw. It is offline. Lopez with a sac fly and a 2-run cushion for the Mariners as Goody scores. It's 5-3 Mariners. Lopez drives in his 16th run, a big one.
Again, good hitting by Lopez. Gets a pitch up in the zone that he can hit in the air. And Franklin Gutierrez, Jackson out center field, has a good arm. This one's a little bit offline, so Franklin can score. How good has Franklin Gutierrez? Scored 3 runs tonight.
J.C. Catchman. Mariners with some late inning lightning. Refreshing, eh? There's the Verlander line. So 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 8 Ks. Catchman 2-0. RBI nights here this evening for the Mariners. Lopez with 1. Bradley with 3. Gutierrez with 1. David Ardsman getting ready. We've not seen a lot of him given how the ball club has played, but good sign that he's up and ready to work. Fly ball center field. Going back is Jackson. Be a little bit short of the track, makes the catch. Good inning for the Mariners. Milton Bradley delivers an RBI single, gives him 3 RBI in the night. 5-3 Mariners. Turn it over to the DA. Good night for the Mariners. Great slide by Sean Figgins. Check out our Suzuki Kizashi game recap. Big two-spot, Mike, in the 8th inning. That was really something.
It really was. And again, a nice piece of hitting by Milton Bradley on a changeup. We talked about Verlander switching up on him after the home run in the first and throwing him a lot of off-speed pitches. And Milton did a really nice job of staying with that pitch and hitting the ball hard into right field.
First time in 6 days we see David Ardsma. Faces 8, 9, and 1 here in the order. Avila, Worth, and Jackson. Game 15 for Ardsma. His last save was 11 days ago. He's 2-0 here. There's a strike. Two and one. Avila 1 for 3 today. 2-2. Ardsma 2-2 to his first batter. Looking for save number 10.
No surprise, David with a 2-run lead coming in throwing fastballs. Last one 95 miles an hour. Last couple pitches in the middle of the plate. He wants to try to throw everything on the outside corner if he can.
Avila putting up a pretty good fight here.
Well, especially on that last pitch. That last pitch was a nice one. 95 miles an hour. That one was on the corner.
Two and two. Popped it up. Playable. Josh Wilson takes it. 1 out. Pinch hitter coming up. It's Ryan Rayburn. He'll bat for Danny Worth. So Rayburn, his numbers pinch hitting. Looks at ball 1. Rayburn, a 200 hitter on the season. 10 for 50. No home runs, 5 runs. Batted in. I know guys get warmed up and, you know, possibility of being a pinch hitter, you do some things maybe 7th, 8th inning, but it's still tough coming in when you haven't played.
And seeing a guy throwing 95 miles an hour on the corner, yeah, that's pretty tough. That's why a lot of times you like to leave that job to veteran hitters. They have a better idea, one, of how to get loose and be prepared. 2, they pretty much know what the pitchers are trying to do. And I think 3, they're more aggressive early on.
To center field, backs up Gutierrez about 4 steps. 2 down here in the 9th. Top of the order, Austin Jackson. Mariners' last win was Friday night, 15-8 over San Diego. It's been a difficult month. Another one in the win column here, closing in as Ardsma pours in strike 1. Jackson 0 for 1 against Ardsma, 0-2. So the Mariners a strike away. They trailed 3-2, tied it at 3-3 in the 6th, took the lead in the 8th. Ardsma 0-2 to Jackson. 1-2. Milton Bradley, one of his big nights here In a Mariner uniform, he had that big 3-run homer against Oakland earlier, but this might be the biggest one of all. The 1-2. Say goodnight, Gracie. 1-2. He strikes him out. Game over. Mariners win it by a count of 5-3. And they are now 3-1 against the Detroit Tigers. That gives the Mariners their 6th win of the month. And Artsman picks up his 10th save and makes a winner out of Sean Kelly.
And Pfister tonight again, 7 innings, no walks, just 2 earned runs in the hitting start. Milton Bradley moved up to hitting cleanup tonight. He is 4th in the lineup as a designated hitter. He's the hitting star, drives in 3 runs for the Mariners. The Mariners beat a very good pitcher, a hot pitcher in Verlander. So it's a nice win for the Mariners. They come back for a day game tomorrow.
Verlander came in having won 4 consecutive ball games. It's the 2nd time this year the Mariners have defeated Justin Verlander here at Safeco Field. Locks Warriors, they go to 17-28. Detroit 25-20. And the Mariners now 6-16 on the month of May. Quick game at 2 hours and 17 minutes. Great night for Milton Bradley. Let's check in with Brett Adams.